Hey coaches, welcome to day 5. Today we are going to talk about how to actually invite someone to become a coach and join your team. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh my gosh, how do I talk about the business? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know enough about the business myself to talk about it. And that's a fear that a lot of coaches have, but I don't want you to let that fear stop you from talking about the business. Again, remember, it's not about you. It's about the person that you're going to inspire and help. And I think it's really cool when you're a brand new coach to sign up coaches on your team and to do it with them, like to build with them, because I really believe that the best trainers and the best people to help you build your business are coaches that are new, because you know what is helping you learn. Versus me, I'm an old dog. I've been here for over 3 years. Sometimes it's hard for me to put myself in that new position and to remember all of those little things that make a difference. So as a new coach, when you sign up new coaches, you have that really fresh perspective on what it takes to get started and some of those great little tips that I may miss in mentoring new coaches. Okay, so you have a really strong advantage there. But instead of blabbering about the coach opportunity and feeling like you're running circles and you're feeling like you're tripping over your words, you don't have to do that. Eric Worre talks in GoPro, and this is why I'm having you read this, because it's so important. He talks about using third-party tools. And third-party tools are something like a video that I did, that I made, that you can use, or a coach open house, which a lot of you that are in this group decided to join because you were part of a coach open house. Those are tools that you can use where you can allow someone else to talk about the opportunity versus yourself until you get more comfortable talking about coaching with your prospects. So instead of you necessarily putting it out there and saying, here's what coaching is all about, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and you kind of puke all over them, what Eric Worre discusses in GoPro is some scripts. He has some scripts about, hey, I've really thought about you and how I think you would make a great coach. And I think you would make a great coach because of this, because of X, Y, and Z. Would you be willing to watch this webinar? Would you be willing to attend this event? Would you be willing to listen to this webinar live that my coach, Sarah, is doing? So the third-party tools that I offer for you are a business webinar. I do them live once a month, so you can invite your prospects to those live, or you can always share a webinar that's been previously recorded, and those are all on my YouTube channel, which I'm going to share with you guys. Okay. But another thing that we have that's really great is called Coach Open House. And Coach Open House is a group on Facebook. It's kind of similar to the 6-Day Shred or a challenge group. It's totally free, and it's a 7-day group. And basically every day I'm going to post about a new topic. I'm going to post videos from people that are coaches on our team that are talking about their experience with coaching. And it's just a great way for people to learn more about coaching with no commitment. It's a totally open and honest group, and I allow people to ask very honest questions, and I don't get offended by any questions that they may ask, because I know it's a learning process, and I know people need to ask those questions to feel better. Okay, so it's a really open and honest group, and I think it does really well for allowing people to learn about the opportunity. Okay, so you have those tools in your toolbox to share. You don't have to do the talking, okay? So what I want you to do today is I want you to take a look at something that I've created called TBB scripts. And my scripts are all about, they include scripts about talking about the opportunity, but also scripts about talking about joining a challenge group. And I use these scripts personally. This is what I use. I tweak them here and there, but I have general scripts that I use based on if I've talked to someone before about coaching, if I've never talked to them before about coaching. And I'm going to share those with you today because I want you to use the same ones. Now remember, make it your own. I also want you to take a look at the 5-step invite guide for coaching. It's very similar to the 5-step invite guide for challenge groups, but it's based on coaching. So I want you to take a look at that as well. Okay. And lastly, I want you to take that list that you made yesterday of your prospects that you want to talk to about coaching, and I want you to invite them to Coach Open House. I am doing a Coach Open House, not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday. Okay. So today's Friday. It's day 5. The coach open house will happen in, I think it's 9 days. So it's not going to happen this coming up Monday, but the following Monday. And I'll post the exact date with this video so that you know. But I want you to invite prospects to Coach Open House. And that's something that you can do all weekend. It's something you can do all next week. Very similar to how I had you invite people to the 6-day shred. Okay, so in part 1, in Rock the Basics part 1, it's a free group. And there's scripts in my TBB scripts that are going to teach you how to ask them to join Coach Open House. Okay, so your goal is to invite 5 people to Coach Open House. That's the minimum, okay, bare minimums. Invite more, push yourself, okay? See what can happen when you put yourself out there. But I want you to be genuine about your invites. I just don't want you to copy and paste and invite everybody. I want you to be genuine when you say to them, I thought of you because of this. Be genuine about why you think that they're going to make a great coach. Okay, I think that's it for today. Let's see. Oh, last thing that I wanted to add is just following up. When you send invites, sometimes people see it and then they never respond. In the Team Beachbody scripts, there's some really great things that I have for follow-ups, some really great scripts about how to approach people that maybe have never responded to you. You know that they've seen your message, but how do you send them a message saying, hey, I see you saw my message. I have some great stuff on that. So I want you to take a look at that. Okay. And if you have any questions, of course, ask. And I hope that you're still doing really well with GoPro and reading that, because he talks about scripts and how important it is, the follow-up and the talking to people. And truly, it takes a lot of exposures. You guys are learning about an exposure, and exposures are just inviting. Getting them into Coach Open House is an exposure. Inviting them to a webinar is an exposure. And sometimes it takes several. So you have to be patient, because some people are not going to jump on right away. It's going to take a little bit of time. They just want to know the facts, okay? They just want to feel comfortable with the opportunity, and there's nothing wrong with that. So be patient with people and know that you probably took some time to say yes to the opportunity as well. Okay, we'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and I hope that you are staying up to date with your tracking on if you're completing the assignments, because I'm going to check them today. So make sure you've said, yes, I've completed my assignments, because that's the only way I'm going to know. I'm not going to go in and I'm not going to track it. Remember, it's your responsibility to track your completed assignments. Okay, guys, see ya.